Good morning students, welcome back to my channel. So moving forward, this is my 17th lecture on electrostatic, and in my previous lecture we discussed about electric potential and electric potential difference. These two topics we discussed in our previous lecture. Electric potential, which is represented by V, and according to the definition of this electric potential, it is defined as work done per unit charge. We define the potential as work done in bringing a unit positive charge inside the field. And potential difference, suppose potential difference of VB minus VA, these are the 2 points. So the potential difference between 2 points is equals to work done in moving a charge divided by Q naught. So work done per unit charge, both having same unit, same dimension, both are scalar. Just a little difference was that electric potential is defined for a single point, potential difference is defined for a difference of 2 points. So moving forward, so today we will discuss electric potential due to a point charge. Now what is the potential due to a charge? So try to understand it with a diagram. So let this be our charge and let name it as source charge. At a distance of small r, that this is our point P. We have to find potential at this point P, and we have to find the potential because of this charge Q. So I have to find the potential at the point P, and we know the definition. In order to find potential, you need to first find out the work done to bring a charge. So suppose we just take a small length here, A, B. Let the small length be of dx. This dx is the small segment length, and our charge is somewhere at infinity. This is our test charge Q naught. Now what I have to do? I have to bring this charge from infinity to this point P. So I will see what will be the work done in moving this charge from infinity to this point P. Now we cannot calculate the distance from infinity to P, so we just take a small part dx. So we will move this charge Q naught from A to B. So let's see. The small amount of work done in moving charge Q naught from A to B. Now we just move this charge from point A to point B, and we know that work done, according to definition, work done is force into displacement. Work done is simply defined as force into displacement into cos of angle between them. Now see it carefully. When I will move this charge from A to B, this source charge, it will apply the force in this direction. So this will be the direction of the force applied by this, and this arrow represents the direction of displacement. Direction of force, direction of displacement are opposite, so we just write here 180. So our basically work done is minus f dx, minus because cos 180 is minus 1. So just take to find total work done. In order to find total work done, we just integrate both the side. Integration of dw, integration of minus f dx. So this gives you total work done W. Integration minus F stands for force. Now what is the force? Force between the two charges, capital Q and small q. Let us consider this distance be as x. So the force is K times of first charge, second charge upon square of distance. Try to remember, this is Coulomb's law. Force between two pair of charges, K times of first charge, second charge upon distance square into dx. Now just take out the common things outside. So your work is equals to minus of K capital Q small q integration of 1 by x square dx. Now let's see the limit. where to where we have integrate. Now see, we are moving this charge from infinity. So our starting point is from infinity, and where we have to keep at a distance of r. We are bringing it from infinity and we have to keep it at distance r. So the limit will be from infinity to r. This will be the limit. I bring this x square to the numerator, it will become x to the power minus 2. Now simply using the concept of integration, so x to the power minus 2, so it will become x to the power minus 2 plus 1, and this will also become minus 2 plus 1 using the formula of integration. So our net work done will be somewhat k times of q naught, and it will simply, on solving this, you will get upon x. So this is the work done. It is also a very important formula. You have to remember, this is the work done between two charges. You can also learn it as a potential energy stored between two charges. So first charge is capital Q, second charge is small q. To bring this charge at a distance of small r, the amount of work done I have to do is k times of first charge, second charge upon x distance. Square is not there, keep it in mind. So I have just calculated the work done. Remember what we know about the potential. To find the potential, first of all we need to find the work, and my work is this much. So according to the definition of potential, so as we know, electric potential V, it is defined as work done in moving a charge. And what is the work done? Just now I have solved. Work done is k q naught by x, and already divided by charge q naught. So on simplifying this factor, you will get work done is equals to k times of q by x. So this is the potential, or you can also write it as V equals to, instead of this k we know 4 pi epsilon naught. Instead of this k we can write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by x. Instead of x you can also use here r also, because we have taken the limit r. So just you can use here r also. So kq by r. This is the potential due to a point charge. So just see the relation between V versus R. Again you find they are inversely related. So on taking the variation graph, as the distance increases from the charge, your potential decreases. So this is the variation of potential with distance. Now look at a few concepts. Now if we have taken V is equals to k times of q by r. So if our q is positive, so if your charge is positive, that means your potential will be also positive. And if your charge is negative, then at that point potential will be also negative. So very simple concept. If your q is greater than 0, your potential will also be greater than 0. If your q is less than 0, your potential will also be less than 0. So let me solve a small question. Suppose this is a charge and let it be a positive charge. These are the 2 points, point A and point B. You have to tell me what will be the nature of VA minus VB. We have to find the nature of VA minus VB. Now see, A point is very much close to positive charge. Point A is very much close to positive charge, where point B is away from the positive charge. So you can say that since potential of A is more than potential of B, just try to understand, this is positive charge and this distance is less. We know the potential is inversely related to distance. Smaller the distance, more will be the potential. So potential of A is more than potential of B. Therefore VA minus will be greater quantity minus smaller quantity. So it will give you positive symbol only. So we have to just find the polarity. Like a second part of this question. Now this time consider this charge as negative. Again the same point A and B. Now here this is negative. See, in general talk we also say that always try to go away from the negative person and always try to be in contact with positive person, just like this charge is. If you are standing close to the positive, you will be high potential. If you are standing close to negative, you will be at low potential. So in this case, potential of A is less than potential of B because B is away from the negative and A is very close. So if we take VA minus VB, this time A is low potential and B is high potential. So VA minus VB, it will give you negative representation. So just go through this. That means the potential basically depends on the polarity of charge. So let's move to the next topic. Our next topic is we have to find a relation. And this time we are finding a relation between electric field, if you remember, and electric field, that is E, and electric potential. Relation between electric field and electric potential. So before I am beginning this topic, let me just establish the relation in a very short method. But this method is not used in exam. I am just telling you to trying to remember this topic. Suppose this is charge Q and this is your point P at a distance of R. If I want to know what will be the value of electric field at this point, then you can simply say electric field is KQ by R square. This is the value of electric field. We have seen in our previous section, electric field is KQ by R square because of this charge. And just in the previous derivation, I have shown you the potential at this point. Because of this charge, potential is KQ by R. This is electric field, this is electric potential. If I take a division of field upon potential, I will get 1 by R, cancelling out the all term. So electric field is simply defined as potential per unit length. Electric field is also, now this is a very new expression of electric field. This electric field is also defined as potential per unit length. V stands for potential, R. This term is only called as potential gradient. Gradient is used because we are measuring the potential with respect to length. So potential gradient is also known by this term V by R, and from here we can say the unit of this electric field. This unit of electric field is volt per meter. Volt is the unit of potential and meter is the unit of distance. So volt per meter is also the unit of electric field. So electric field having two units. If you remember, electric field previous unit was Newton per Coulomb, and now we have seen the electric field unit is volt per meter. So in some question you will find Newton per Coulomb, in some question you find volt per meter. Don't get confused. They both stands to the same physical quantity, that is electric field only. So this is a very simple approach to learn this relation, but now we will see in a derivation manner how the relation is established between them. So look it carefully. So suppose this is our source charge. And just taken a segment, let the length of this segment be dx. Point B and point A. Now see, from B and A, we can easily say point B is close to the charge. So B will be at high potential and A will be at low potential. So suppose if I am writing the potential of B as V, I am mentioning the potential of B as V, then the potential of A I have to take somewhat less. So I just take it V minus dV. Potential of point A is less than the potential of point B. So potential of B is V. Then I have to reduce the potential of A, that is V minus dV. Suppose this is infinity point and this is your charge Q naught, and I have to place this charge from infinity to this point A. So again, the small amount of work done, that is dw equals to dw f dx, and your again cos is 180 because the direction of force is in this and the direction of displacement is here. So opposite to each other, cos 180, that is minus, so it will be minus of f dx. So total work done, or you can just take a one more step instead of the total work done. If you remember, since force can also be given as q naught times of E, in our previous chapter we have seen force in charge when placed in electric field, it experiences a force F. So F is the force, that is q naught times of E. Because of this charge there will be electric field in this direction, and the charge here it is q naught. So this charge is placed in the electric field, so it will experience a force F equals to q naught times of E. So let me mention it here, q naught times of E dx. Name it as equation first. So this is my first equation. So let's move into the second concept. Since we have defined electric potential is basically defined as work done upon charge. So from this concept, if I see, work done can be defined as charge into electric potential. So small work done dw, the charge we are moving is q naught, and potential difference between A and B, that is potential of B minus potential of A. This is the potential difference between the 2 points in which we are moving our charge. So your dw equals to q naught times potential of B is V and potential of A is V minus dV. So on simplifying, your work done is q naught times of dV. Name it as equation second. This is first equation representing work done. This is second equation representing work done. So I just equate these two equations. So on equating equation first and second, minus q naught times of E dx equals to q naught times of dV. Q naught to Q naught cancel out. So your electric field is minus ka dV by dx. So this is potential per unit length. This term is only known as potential gradient. Try to remember this term, potential gradient, that is potential upon length. So we can just take, if we have to calculate the electric field in x direction, electric field in y direction, electric field in z direction, so we just take minus del v by del x, means partial differentiation of v, minus del v by del y, or minus del v by del z. Or sometime it can, solving the question, you can simply write electric field is equals to v by l. Sometime it is a v by l, or sometime it is written as v by r, or sometime it can be written as v by d. So we have to place the distance. V is the potential and d, l are all are the distance. So from this term we know that the SI unit of this electric field, the new unit of this electric field is volt per meter. So this is another form of SI unit of electric field. One more thing you can learn from this expression. See, electric field is given as minus dV upon dr. Instead of x, I just take a r. So if you take about dV, so your dV is minus edr. So if we want to solve complete v, so we can take at dV equals to minus of e dot dr. Why I am taking dot product? See, this potential is a scalar quantity, and we know the dot product of two vector also gives you a scalar quantity. So we can also write the potential as in this form. So if I integrate this, it will become integration of dv equals to minus integration of E dot dr. So the potential V is given as simply minus integration of E dot dr. So in many cases we are going to use this concept also to find the potential. If we know the electric field, we know the distance, then simply we can find the potential as minus integration of EdR, or we can also use this formula to calculate the electric field. So these are the two concepts or two relation between electric field and potential. Now see, one more important graph is there. If you remember, electric field is kq by r square, which means the relation of electric field with distance is inversely square. And if you see the potential, that is kq by r, so the relation of potential with distance is inverse. So let me plot a variation graph between r versus E and V. So how can we draw a graph between these two? So look at this first line very close to this line represent the potential V, and this second line will represent the value of electric field. This electric field you have to take somewhat parabolic. So this is the representation of E and V with distance r. Now one more question has been asked. Now see, we have seen electric field equals to minus dV by dr. So the question is asked, this term dV by dx, this term is called potential gradient, or we can also tell it differentiation of potential with respect to distance, or change in potential with the change in distance. Rate of change of potential with distance, it is also termed as. So it is given as rate of change of potential with distance. But one more important thing, what does this negative sign indicates? Now see, suppose this is the charge and these are the 2 points, that is the point A and point B. As we knew that electric field will be moving in this direction, so this will be the direction of electric field outward from the positive charge, and this will be the potential of A and this is the potential of B, somewhat less, V minus dV. A is at high potential, B is at low potential. Now look in the direction of electric field. Electric potential decreases. If you see, if you keep moving away, electric potential decreases in the direction of electric field. As electric field proceeds away, your electric potential decreases. So here this negative sign indicates that electric potential decreases in the direction of electric field. So if electric field is moving in which direction, in that direction electric potential decreases. So just remember this concept also. So in today's lecture we will end up here only. So just try to make the notes of this lecture, and you can also download all these things from the link given in the description box. Thank you.